Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. Today I will present my research about an analysis of jargon in the documentary series Technician on Netflix. Before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Aulia Zahra from Class A. I will say thank you for my advisor, Mr. Alamsyah. And yeah, I'm just starting the presentation. Okay, let's begin to the table of content. Table of content, there is chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. And next is the background of the study. In the study, the researcher analyzed the Signation documentary series, which offer an authentic representation of rugby, one of the most physically and strategically demanding sports. It features a live interaction between player, coaches, and the media, making an ideal cast for examining sport jargon. The Signation is one the oldest and most anticipated rugby champions in Europe. While these terms are essential for insider, they are often unclear to outsider, raising question about how sport jargon function in professional context. Me as the researcher think the study is important because I think there has not much there has no been much research about jargon, especially in sport, and the documentary series. And so I think this study is important. And the next is a research question. My research question is what type of jargon in documentary series are used in designation? And the significance of the study theoretically to give an in-depth knowledge and understanding of jargon, especially in the sport and rugby. Type of rugby. Practically, this research is useful to know the strange word and this form as an additional vocabulary, especially in rugby sport term. This study can also be used as a comparison material for other researchers who will examine the same problem with me. And problem of the study, the purpose of the study is the researcher was to identify the type of jargon and designation documentary based on the category proposed by Halligan 2004. There is word, phrases, abbreviation, and acronym. And the next is scope and limitation of the research. The study focused on identifying and analyzing the form of jargon related to the sport of rugby as found in the Signation documentary series. The analysis is limited to the classification rugby-related jargon based on Halligan categories, and therefore the data for the study will be exclusively drawn from the Signation documentary series. And the next is definition of key terms. There is um, the first is social linguistic, and the second is jargon, and the third is signation, and the fourth the Netflix. It's Netflix. And move on to literature review. So for the social linguistic, I take understanding from four experts. So from that expert, it can be said social linguistic is the study of the relationship between language and society, focusing on how language is used in various social contexts. Social linguistic as for how language function to express identity, convey social meaning, and reflect social structures such as gender, ethnicity, and social class. And the second one is jargon. I also take understanding from for expert, so it can be said jargon is set of specialized term used by specific group or profession to facilitate communication and signal group identity. Jargon helps strengthen what with a group but can create barriers for outsider, and jargon is not a secret language but a variety understood mainly by those within particular social or professional context. And the third is form of jargon. According to Halligan 2004, as stated in Pravitasari 2021, jargon form consists of word, phrases, abbreviation, and acronym. So next is a signation. Signation is for documentary series on Netflix that focus on the signation champions, Euro most prestigious international rugby tournament. That series follow the national teams of six countries. There is England, France, Ireland, Italy, Scotland, and Wales. Through interview, game footage, and behind-the-scene moment, the documentary captured the athletic, physical, and emotional challenges while also exploring the cultural background and national identity of each team. The last one is Netflix. Netflix is a subscription-based streaming platform that enables users to watch movie and television series via an internet connection. It is accessible on a variety of devices, including smartphones, smart TV, tablets, and more, depending on the selected subscription plan. And the next is preview study. The first study was conducted by Pravitasari 2021 under the title Social Linguistic Analysis of Various Sport Jargon inside the United Indonesian magazine. And the second research was done by Hasrat Harifa 2020 under the title Jargon of Hotel Advertisement in Medan. And the third research was done by Kartika 2020 entitled Analysis Jargon Used on Facebook Found in Account Mark Zuckerberg. And the fourth research was done by Nilan and Setiawan 2024 entitled An Analysis of Jargon Used by Asian Comic Writer. And the fifth research was conducted by Risadi 2024 under the title An Analysis of Jargon Employed by the Waiters at Tamarin Restaurant. And move on to research method. For the research design, this research will use a qualitative approach. Qualitative research seeks to describe life work from the inside out or bring insight into social realities by focusing on process meaning patterns and structural features of communication. Data and data source. The data in the study will be spoken utterance by content jargon in the form of word, phrases, observation, and acronym, identified from dialogue and subtitles in the documentary series. The data source will be the signature documentary series on Netflix itself. And for the research instrument, the main instrument is in the study will be the researcher herself. And for to support the analysis, I use the data classification sheet based on the Halligan theories and data collection techniques. I will word signation with subtitle multiple types, and the second text note on a part containing jargon and the transcript relevant dialogue and contents, and identity speaker for each jargon, and the last one categorize jargon into the word, phrases, abbreviation, and acronym based on Halligan theories. For data analysis, the data analysis will follow the three concurrent flows of activity as proposed by Mile and Haberman, namely data condensation, data display, drawing, and verification. Conclusion. If first is data condensation, I will select and focus only on a trans-content jargon and remove the relevant data. And the second data display, I will organize data in the table by type, word, process, abbreviation, and acronym with speaker, episode, and context. And the third, drawing and verifying conclusion, I will interpret pattern and function of jargon and verify finding based on the research objective. So yeah, this is for the reference I used. Okay, that's all of my presentation. I'm sorry if there are any mistake. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.